Hey, look, here are 11 fundamental abilities you ought to show your children. Fundamental abilities are important examples children will use all through their lifetime. In any case, most children don't figure out how to deal with genuine circumstances until they're in secondary school. Try not to hold on until your children are teenagers to show them fundamental abilities. Get a kick off on showing your kids viable examples. Begin with navigation and afterward expand on every fundamental ability illustration as your kids develop. Welcome to my channel. Before starting this video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Like this video and watch till end. Counting from number 1. Thinking abilities. Using sound judgment is a fundamental ability each kid ought to start learning quite early on. Start with essential decisions like chocolate versus vanilla, frozen yogurt, blue socks or white socks, playing trains or playing vehicles. At the point when children arrive at grade young, they can start learning about the prizes of good choices and the results of awful decisions. Point 1. Walk your kid through the many strides of navigation. Assist them with gauging their choices. Assess the upsides and downsides. Pursue a last choice, and afterward perceive how things work out. Number 2. Health and cleanliness. Your children are never excessively youthful to start finding out about health and cleanliness. In our rushed everyday mix, we're continuously advising our children to scrub down, clean their teeth, clean up, and change their clothing. Make sense of why health and cleanliness are continuously going to be significant pieces of their daily practice. As your kids start finding out about this fundamental ability, set up a graph that permits them to scratch off each undertaking as they complete it. At the point when these sound propensities are laid out, you'll have the option to take away the graph, and your children will finish these jobs without you having to remind them constantly. Number 3. Using time effectively. Each parent knows how significant using time effectively is to keeping your family on target. But on the other hand, children should learn time usage illustrations when they're youthful. Showing more youthful youngsters how to quantify time, remain focused, and keep to a timetable aids make your days simpler. Realizing this fundamental ability additionally assists them with becoming experts of time, so they can do all that from get up on time to some time or another, getting to chip away at time. Number 4. Feast prep. Indeed, even the most youthful youngsters can figure out how to set up a dinner. We're not discussing a 5-course supper, obviously, yet you can show preschoolers how to fix a sandwich and primary school children to utilize the microwave. What's more, from children to teenagers, your children can be your house chefs when it comes time for you to cook. As your kids become more positive about the kitchen, they can add on other feast prep fundamental abilities, like figuring out how to sack their own lunch, pursue good food decisions, cook a basic dinner on the oven with grown-up management, and plan their own feasts. Number 5. Cash the board. We help our children to count. We show our children essential math. We can take those examples further and transform them into fundamental abilities they can start utilizing at present. Cash the executives is something numerous grown-ups experience difficulty with. Showing your kids cash, its significance, and how to oversee it will assist with setting them up for the day they begin procuring their very own check. Show your children powerful cash the board, so they can figure out how to save, spend astutely, and make change. They actually must comprehend that utilizing checks, charge cards, and money applications isn't free cash. Number 6. Cleaning. At times it's simpler for guardians to do all the actual housekeeping. Yet, that is a botched and open door for us to show our children how to keep the house clean, which they'll ultimately have to know when they leave your home and have their own space to deal with. Begin with age-fitting errands that incorporate figuring out how to make the bed, void the dishwasher, and residue furniture. Additionally, consider the day-to-day jumbles your children make and how they can tidy up after themselves. For instance, keep a towel or wipe in the restroom that allows children to wipe away those globs of toothpaste they leave on the counter. When toys supernaturally move from one space to another, have children toss them all in a bushel so they can take care of them by the day's end. Set an everyday family housekeeping timetable to make cleaning a piece of your kids' daily schedule and stick to it. Number 7. Clothing. On the off chance that you have children, you have a ton of clothing. Showing your kids how to wash, overlay, and set aside their clothing is a fundamental ability that will help them. It will likewise help you. Babies can glean some useful knowledge by assisting you with clothing, like arranging garments by variety and figuring out surfaces. As they develop, children can begin placing the garments in the washer and moving them to the dryer. Grade younger students can then figure out how to work the washing machine and dryer, and how much clothing cleanser is required. As clothing emerges from the dryer, You can tell them the best way to overlap their garments and set them aside. Pretty soon, they'll deal with all of their clothing all alone. Number 8. Examination shopping. I need it. I need it. I need it. How often have you heard this when your children spot sweets, a toy, a shirt, a fish, or pretty much something else that they think they must have at the present time as grown-ups? We comprehend the worth of the dollar and the significance of examination shopping. In any case, we frequently neglect this important fundamental ability we ought to show our kids. Whenever you're remaining in the store got between a strong sticker price and a kid requesting for you to cough up your money, find opportunity to get your telephone out and look for the thing on an assortment of shopping locales. Show your children how much that thing costs at other stores and what equivalent things there are that might be of better quality. Perhaps the one in the store where you are is the best arrangement and top item, all things considered. However, training children to be savvy customers and getting some margin to examination shop will assist them with setting aside cash wherever they go, while additionally settling on shrewd conclusions about the items they choose. Number 9. Requesting at eateries as guardians. We will more often than not submit our kids' requests at cafe, just to make things simpler on the server. Notwithstanding, allowing our children to arrange for themselves is a good time for themselves and fabricates confidence and certainty. Numerous cafes have picture menus on the children's menu, so preschoolers can start by surrounding or shading what they need to eat. As that certainty develops, children can start verbally let the server know what they would like from the entrance to the sides. Remind the children to practice great habits by saying please and thank you after they request. Number 19. Preparing dress. Children can figure out how to prepare all alone at an early age. Allow them to select the garments they'll wear the following day before they head to sleep. Pick a morning timer that is simple for them to set. Spread out their hairbrush and toothbrush. Use visuals to outline the whole interaction. For instance, snap a photo of the morning timer, their garments, another of their toothbrush and hairbrush, and, surprisingly, the latrine to remind them to go before you head out the entryway. The photos are everyday cheat sheets until they start preparing completely all alone. Number 11. Make a fruitful morning schedule. Kids love to be your enormous assistant, and there's in every case light upkeep around the house that they can contribute to do. Straightforward assignments incorporate appearance them how to change the tissue roll or pack up the junk. More seasoned youngsters can figure out how to change a light, unclog a drain, and change the vacuum cleaner pack. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, like this video. Thanks for watching, bye bye.